Okay guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Now today we are going to be going through the new Community Crunch 307 for ARK Survival Evolved. Now I'm sorry for the lack of videos recently. I just took a little bit of a break over the week just because there wasn't really that much content for ARK, and I just thought, you know, sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of a break, but we are back this week as there is quite a bit to talk about. Now, there was a massive update for the PC last week, and it was so big, it like nearly broke my ARK. I don't know what even happened, but it's all good now, and it is coming to the console this week. Now, I don't want to say that just now, just so then console players are like, oh no, this is going to be bad. I don't know why it happened, but I'm expecting it to be probably one of the biggest updates consoles had in a very long time. I know there's usually big updates all the time, but just because of how big this was for PC, it will be very interesting to see what it's going to be. Now, we're going to be going through the full patch notes and stuff in the Community Crunch, so I hope this video does help you out. As always, if it does, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and let's get on with today's video. So things are starting to get quite exciting in the community because it's like nearly mid-March and we're getting closer and closer to the new map. We're getting closer and closer to ARK 2 news. But before that, we've got a few things. So Community Crunch 307, Community Corner, and more. Now, normally when we read that, we think, oh, okay, cool, we get to see some of the community stuff. But usually it means it's just going to be a Community Crunch with pretty much nothing in, which it was quite a quiet one, but we do have some information, as I said, on the big update. So, Lost Island transfers are opening on Friday. Friday the 18th on all platforms, so that's console and PC, the Lost Island transfers are opening. All I ever say to this is good luck to everyone on official servers. It is a very interesting day when that happens, and it is all going down this weekend, Friday. Once enabled, players will be able to download items and creatures onto the map without restriction. On Wednesday, we are also releasing a patch for console that includes over 70 fixes across all maps. Map/level changes tend to be quite big, and we're expecting this patch to be a significant download, so consider this a heads up in advance. It's exactly the same thing that they obviously said for the PC, and my PC update in total was 197 gigabytes. Now, the actual just update to install at the beginning was 1.5 gigabytes, but then the patching and everything afterwards was 195. Now, I'm hoping on console, due to the different platform and stuff, it won't be over 100 gigabytes, but just because pretty much a lot of the community got that for PC, and it's, you know, Wildcard are telling us to, you know, this is going to be a significant download, so this is a head up in advance. For console, I think it's going to be a very interesting day. Now, I'm hoping it's going to be no more than 60 to 70 gigabytes, but just because, as you know, the PC updates are usually smaller, that's why I've gone for the overall round figure of 100 gigabytes. When there is 70 fixes to all maps, that's going to be massive, especially when it's like maps/level changes, because it's changing the entire map. Well, not the entire map, but you know what I mean, the actual like mesh and everything like that. Wildcard haven't actually told us, and they cannot tell us what these fixes completely are, which was annoying because I was hoping to read through the patch notes, but it does benefit us in the long run, because if they do tell, as it's a lot of mesh stuff and changing the map, Wildcard don't want to give away, you know, where the biggest mesh spots are and stuff. They want to keep that as quiet as possible and what they've patched, just to stop people from exploiting the game and things like that. So that is happening this Wednesday. I will be putting a video live on this channel if you want to have notifications on as soon as the update goes live, just to keep you guys up to date with that and all the times it's going to be released on PlayStation and Xbox. But yeah, I'm very interested to seeing my friends' response to it, because a lot of the time my friends that obviously I've known like most of my life and stuff, every now and then they jump on some ARK with me, and you know, they watch my videos every now and then, and they say, oh, what update was it this time or something. And yeah, they're probably going to be very shocked, because I'm not sure they know this one's actually incoming, so that's going to be an interesting thing. If you're a modder for ARK, our sponsored mod program is still accepting applicants. Check out the latest entries in the sponsored mod program here. Now, what is very interesting with this is, you guys may know the sponsored mod program, you may have seen it in some of my videos before. It's basically where Wildcard really support different mod creators financially and stuff, and you know, and they really help them support and get the mod as far as possible. Lots of the times mods come to the game without us even knowing. Sometimes Wildcard announce it. all of the free maps that come out, you remember, like the ones that aren't really, well, obviously Wildcard finished them off and everything, but they're all created by mod creators. The new map we've got Fjord coming up in June 2022 was a mod map. You know, Ragnarok was a mod map. Lost Island was a mod map. So this program is huge. And I did say to Cedric, you know, thank you so much for having this platform for mod creators, because a lot of the time with a long-lasting game like ARK and many other games, the mod community is what keeps the game alive and keeps it going strong. And it is a very, very true thing, because if you're only getting like certain amounts of paid content a year, and then, you know, that's not going to keep a player base going, isn't it? So it's a really awesome thing that mod creators do. I cannot wait to see what some of the creators do for ARK 2. Obviously Wildcard as well. I was really waiting patiently to find out news on that. Maybe I'll touch on that a little bit at the end of the video. So we'll quickly look at the sponsor mod update. I've already done a video on it, so I'm not going to read through like much about it, but I'll just mention ladies, food and farming. If you've ever wanted to for an expanded farming system in ARK, look no further. Ladies Food and Farming adds a batch of new crops that can be grown, fruit-producing trees, and many new cooking recipes. After you finish up setting up your fields, deck out your new kitchen from a selection of new decor items, and you can install this if you're on the Steam version of ARK Survival Evolved. Now, again, I've given a big shout out to, you know, this amazing map, the Irion. It's basically like, it's a new modded map. When I say new, it's been out for a while, but it is fantastic. And there's so much more that this map's got planned for the future. I've done loads and loads and loads of reviews on this map, and it's a lot of fun. If you want, there's actually a new huge update coming to it soon. I've been talking to the creator and planning to maybe try and get some sort of beta release for it, so I can show you guys a little bit earlier than normal. If you are someone that mods in ARK Survival Evolved and you want a chance to get onto the sponsor mod program for a little bit of support from Wildcard, they're accepting applications until April the 6th. So obviously good luck to everyone that gets involved in that if you are still getting involved and you want your stuff added to the thing. So yeah, that's the sponsor mod update. And then if we carry on, we're anxious to share more on the upcoming video release, but in the meantime, we're leaving you with a look at some great community content. So yeah, this map is going to be brilliant. We're kind of still waiting for some form of update from Wildcard on the new creatures, because they did mention weeks ago that we were going to be seeing some more in-depth look at some of the new creatures like the Desmodus, Dracula and all of that stuff, but we still are yet to see that. I'm hoping we will see a bunch of them over the community crunches over March, and then, you know, the next big update after this console one will most likely be the Easter event, which comes obviously at Easter in April, and then May will probably be quite quiet for ARK, and then moving into June is when it gets big, because that's when we get the new map. So community content, you guys know what I always do in my videos is, I know you come here for the news, but there's these community stories that I always leave on the screen if you guys want to pause the video and read through some cool community stories. Again, you can you know, submit these on Twitter by using the hashtags PlayArk and tagging the devs, or you can go onto the Discord. That's pretty much where a lot of the stories get taken from to be added into the crunch. We've got another Aaron Longstaff video, a Japanese style base, which you know, I think you know, you guys know Aaron Longstaff. I'm looking forward to seeing what he actually creates moving into ARK 2, because, you know, he's a fantastic builder. And then, are you new to ARK? We end with ARK now part of the PlayStation Plus subscription. These tips may come in handy. It's always awesome to do videos like this. Like, the thing I always find crazy is that I used to do these videos like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and they're still so useful now, because what people forget with ARK is it's been out for 6 years, or, you know, a bit longer than that now, and there always needs to be these videos. So it's great to see people still creating them, because there's always so many new players coming to this game. I always find it so unreal when people go to videos and comment saying, this is my first week on ARK, you know, let me know, like, thank you for this video or something. And that will be a video from mine from 5 years ago or something. And I'm like a 16, 17-year-old like there, and like, and it's just a completely different time. And always sometimes someone was like, that's not correct or something. It's because that is such an old video that some of the things don't work. work. But that's what I find so mad about YouTube, is the fact that so many people are still watching your videos from all those years ago and still taking the tips and tricks. So it's brilliant. And then we got some fan art, War of Humans and Dinosaurs here. Again, you guys know I've got a love for the new branded Community Crunch photos, 307 with the dated edition there. And then obviously we've got Cinema Crops drawing there. We've got a Ferox, that's really, really awesome. And then we've got a painting of a Noglin there. And yeah, we've got more Noglins, and yeah, really awesome. I think they've got some in-game screenshots now. Again, lots of this coming from the Discord and Twitter, but this one is fantastic with the Cinema Cross and the Dinopithecus, and then they say, see you next week, Studio Wildcard. Now, pretty much all the comments are, where is ARK 2 news? Where is ARK 2 news? And I know it's because Cedric, I don't know whether I'll be able to find it on the list here. Will it be here? I'm not too sure. I don't know if it was retweeted. No, it wasn't, but Cedric basically just went on to say, like, ARK 2 news, Video news, where is it all? And yeah, it is coming. We just have to be patient. Sometimes that's what it's like. I know we really want the news, but you know, there's parts of the year, especially in the early start of the year, where ARK is just always very quiet, and that's just how it's been for years and years and years. We get news and things start to get announced, but it doesn't really get exciting ARK until the summertime. We have a few cool things, I suppose, that events that we get building up to it, and you know, updates like this that aren't really cool because it's not anything to be excited for how big the update is, but it still fixes the game and causes a lot of stuff that people have wanted fixed for years to happen to the game. So that is going to be the full video for you guys this week. As mentioned, there is that console update, so the video will be coming on Wednesday for that. And then I'm just going to try and create as much content as I can as the devs release it over the week. And yeah, that's just pretty much, you know, you guys know these parts of the channel. It's like out of nowhere, Wildcard come out with some big news unexpectedly. And that's how my channel works. It's like, definitely for ARK 2, as I was going to mention at the end of the video, I am going to get more different structures to my videos. Like, I'm going to be getting a series going. I know I mentioned all the time over the last few years, like, oh, I'm starting a series and then I do like 10 episodes and then I stop. But with ARK 2, it's going to be different. I think when you play ARK as much as I do and I have done over the years, and the amount of hours I've put into the game, when you start a new series on a map, like just playing single player, you're a bit like, I'm enjoying this, but that, you know, I don't know, I always lose passion for it straight away, like too early, and because I prefer playing with friends, and maybe a series where I play with my friends would be quite funny to add to the channel. But I feel like when you're starting a brand new game, you can get so addicted to it and be releasing that content, like, because you're loving it, you know. And that's what I know I'm going to be looking forward to doing for ARK 2. I will be doing some gameplay videos for Fjord, and maybe if you guys want to see like maybe a final season for me, series like doing ARK 1 content, like lots of gameplay. You guys know I do my modded videos, but if you want to see that, then maybe I will do a few parts on that, maybe 100 days or something for that. But yeah, definitely my main biggest series will be coming with the release of ARK 2, and I cannot wait to begin that. I just recently finished Dying Light 2, which was a brilliant game, and I had so much fun, and that's what I'm looking forward to for ARK 2. Now, if you are looking to get some more ARK 2 content, I've done quite a lot over the years so far. If you want to catch up with it, always you can just type in ARK 2 Loaded Crisis and look for the most obviously recent ones. But yeah, hopefully we'll get some form of news before November, which is the Extra Life event, maybe at E3, something like that.